Welcome back to the channel. Here we provide a daily dose of life lessons based on stories from the Bible. Here is today's lesson from the Bible: Reset and Realignment. Embracing new beginnings with faith. Lesson from Isaiah 43-18. Life can be a bit of a whirlwind. We find ourselves caught in routines, held back by past mistakes, and sometimes clinging to old habits that no longer serve us. But there's something deeply refreshing and liberating about the concept of starting anew, something that the Bible teaches powerfully. One verse that speaks to this is Isaiah 43:18, where God tells us, "Do not call to mind the former things, or consider things of the past." In this short passage, there's a call for a reset and a reminder that God often brings new beginnings, even when we feel like our paths are already set. Letting go of the past. Do not call to mind the former things. Letting go of the past is often easier said than done. Memories and experiences can hold tight, shaping how we view ourselves and our future. But God invites us here to release what's behind us. It's not that the past wasn't meaningful or that we should forget valuable lessons, but sometimes the weight of it keeps us from seeing what's right in front of us. In these moments, resetting is about faith, believing that what's ahead has purpose, even if it means stepping into the unknown. In realigning our focus, we start seeing more of what God is doing now. We may not know exactly how things will turn out, but we are encouraged to expect that new things are happening. Just as God led the Israelites, providing for them as they journeyed towards something greater, He calls us to walk forward with trust that He will provide and guide us to a shift in mindset, openness to change. The concept of realignment speaks to a shift in mindset. Often, we get caught in habits, traditions, or even attitudes that are hard to break. Yet, this verse in Isaiah serves as a gentle nudge to reframe our outlook. If we're too focused on how things have always been, we miss the opportunities to embrace something new. When we allow ourselves to shift, we start seeing potential instead of limits, possibilities rather than closed doors. It's an invitation to realign our thinking from a place of limitation to a place of faith-filled expectation. Realigning often means coming back to God's promises and letting them shape our vision of what's possible. It means being open to His timing, which might not align with ours but always carries the promise of purpose. Resetting, the beauty of new beginnings. In the Bible, there are many examples of resets. Think of Moses, who, after decades in the wilderness, returned to Egypt with a renewed sense of purpose to free his people. Or consider the Apostle Paul, whose entire life and mission changed after encountering Christ on the road to Damascus. Their stories reflect the beauty of a fresh start, a complete reset that not only changed their lives but impacted generations. A reset doesn't mean erasing who we were or discarding our experiences. Rather, it's about integrating the past while not letting it dictate our future. God often uses the very things we think disqualify us as tools to strengthen our mission. This kind of reset is about taking steps forward with the wisdom gained from where we've been, but without letting the past define where we're going. Embracing God's new things. When Isaiah writes about looking forward, he reminds us that God's work is never stagnant. He's always moving, always creating, and He calls us to pay attention to these new beginnings He offers. If we're too preoccupied with past failures or too attached to our old ways, we may miss out on the joy and excitement of seeing God do something fresh in our lives. Life seasons will always change, and with each transition comes an opportunity to reset and realign with God's direction. The process might be challenging, but it also has the potential to bring incredible growth. In these seasons, it's essential to trust that God's plans for us are good even if we can't always see the full picture. Moving forward in faith. Ultimately, resetting and realigning are about faith. It's about trusting God with our future and allowing Him to work in ways we can't always foresee. Isaiah's words remind us that the journey of faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about moving forward, leaving what's behind, and being open to God's unfolding plans. So, as we reflect on this idea of resetting and realignment, let's remember that each day offers a chance to start fresh. Let's embrace it, not with fear of what we've left behind, but with hope for what lies ahead. We don't have to be bound by yesterday's challenges or stuck in old routines. God is always at work, ready to create new beginnings and lead us into something more. We need only to be open, let go, and step forward in faith. In these new beginnings, we find growth, purpose, and above all, a A reminder that with God, we're never truly stuck. There is always a way forward. Come back tomorrow for more life lessons of the Bible. Let us know in the comments if this lesson has been helpful to you. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell.